Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. This is Desio Krakauer. I am marketing director for LinkedWorld, and this is our LinkedWorld Solution Day. So this is our edition for LinkedWorld Solution Day for China, Asia Pacific region. So very welcome to everybody that is together with us. We are LinkedWorld. We are an association of partners, a group of partners worldwide that represent the best SAP solutions and partners around the world. So, and this event is with regards a festival of solutions with that our mutual partners that we want to show you. We want to share with you these great solutions that are useful and integrated to SAP solutions like SAP Business One, SAP S/4HANA Public Cloud, and other solutions. So it's very nice to have this edition in Asia Pacific in your time zone that you can show to you and respect to your people, your guys, all the solutions that this festival of LinkedWorld should present to you guys. So I'm Décio Krakauer, marketing director for LinkedWorld. I'm also co-CEO of Rummel, a company based in Brazil. Of course, again, a co-founder of LinkedWorld together with other great companies. So today it's a very important day for us to make this Asia Pacific region LinkedWorld Solution Day. So good afternoon to you. It's interesting that we have people from different time zones here helping us, even from the Americas, from to Europe, going to Asia, that we are presenting to you a very international event with solutions that are great and proven to be useful to the SAP world. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for the presenters that are going to be here and that are already here. And thank you for the organization, the people that organized with us, the marketing team and the group that's helping us to do this job. So I'd like also to introduce right now our CEO of LinkedWorld, Mr. Wolfgang, that if you can do make a few words to us. Hello, Wolfgang. Where are you now? In Italy, beautiful Italy.
Yes, I'm in Italy, meeting our beautiful partner of our group here.
Very good. So, if you don't mind, could
You
you
should
please
come.
make
You should
your?
all come. It's beautiful here.
Where is this? Is Verona? You said me.
It's near Verona. So in the
Very.
north, the Alps are over there. Then the lakes are over there. Yeah,
No problem to you, I guess.
no, all good. Well, thanks, Desio. So number one, thank you so much for everything you're doing in LinkedWorld. As you said, you're mainly the co-CEO of Ramel, a big partner with a lot of work, but you're really living the spirit of LinkedWorld, which is collaboration, global collaboration, learning from each other, presenting to each other. And also, this was Dacio's idea to have a LinkedWorld Solution Day. Because one thing we realized very early on, we don't know each other. We don't know the solutions we have. And for the last 2 years, I think we did huge strides in getting to know each other and getting to know the solutions. So I'm very happy. Number one, for the people that are presenting today, thank you very much to take the time and show your solutions. And also the openness to work with the other partners, sell your solutions to the other partners, but also work and expand your solutions. Right. So I'm very excited. It's the second edition that we're doing. We did the first one, I think it's 3 months ago, just before the SME summits. And we actually had a lot of requests from companies to come on and present their solutions. So it's also an honor for everyone who can be here today. And well, thanks to our team from Brazil, it's 4 a.m. right now that you're getting up so early to be here with us. And very excited to have Amista here to present their solution. Very happy to have also MTC here, and of course Versino. So again, we have people from Asia presenting. We have people from Europe presenting. We're organizing from Brazil. we're all together, learning together, and I hope it's going to be interesting for all the partners here. That would be it from my side. So thank you very much to everyone.
Thank you, Wolfgang. So I'll go from my side here. Thank you. I see you on the closing of the event. Okay. Thank you so much, Wolfgang.
Thank you.
Enjoy beautiful Verona. Okay, guys. Back to me. So we have three great partners here that are going to present their solutions. One is Amista with Jan van der Veer, and then he's going to show their great solutions. And then we have MTC that's related in China. MTC, Lee and Lean are going to present their AI agent for SAP solutions. And then it's very interesting in times that everybody talk about artificial intelligence. And the third and not very important guy, very good friends from us, the Versino with Christoph, will show their solution too. So please, I'd love to invite Jan, but before Jan from Amista, we have a very quick intro video for Amista. So production, if you could please get this. Hello, Jan. Good morning to you, and good afternoon to the Asia Pacific guys. So, thank you for joining us, and you may start, please. If there is people, and if there is any question outstanding for what Jan is going to present, please send to us, and I'll be happy to share with Jan. Okay, Jan, you may start, please.
Hello, good morning for me. Good morning for you, Desio. You're even earlier than I am today, so thank you for that. While I say thank you further, I will start sharing my screen because that's an important part, of course. There we go.
So I'm closing my camera. Good job here, Jan.
Thank you. So thanks everyone. Also Wolfgang, of course, for inviting us. We are very happy to share our solution with all of you, right? With the people attending. And I would say good afternoon to Asia. Today I will be presenting. My name is Jan van der Vever. I'm from Belgium, so I'm Europe-based, and I have another colleague also called Jan. Presenting in the Europe edition this afternoon for us at least. We hire only Jans at Amista, it seems like. That's always a right start when you try to contact us. Just get in touch with Jan and you will find your way. The solution I will be talking about today is e-invoicing. Of course, a very hot topic in Europe, but also in Asia. It's a European initiative that's called PEPL, which I will be talking about, and also in Asia and other parts of the world. It's being rolled out actually, and different countries are taking their own initiatives to the PEPL initiative, which is great and which also really ties into the LinkedWorld initiative, right? So I'm happy to share our e-invoicing solution. It's specifically made for the SAP Business One context, and I'm happy to kick off. First of all, the Amista name. We are a company. Where are we from? Well, we are, as I already said, a European-based company. Sorry. We are actually based in the Benelux, what we call, so Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg. We actually have 10 offices spread across the world. We also have offices in Hungary and India, and also even in the US at this point. And we have more than 250 employees happy to serve our customers. And we are also very proud to share that in Europe, at least, we've won multiple awards on being the biggest Northern Europe Business One partner. So we do actually have a lot of expertise in the SAP world. not only Business One, also SAP S/4HANA, of course. So we mainly do SAP implementations. That's our core business. But we also have our own products, our own product team that is actually developing these products, and that's one of the products I will be talking about today. So just a little bit of context about Amista, who we are, and we serve, as you can see, a lot of different industries, a lot of different business processes. So everything related to the SAP context, we're happy to have a discussion about. We actually have, I would say, 4 main focus areas, 3 main pillars. Intelligent document processing, that's what we're going to talk about today. It's the processing of documents, it's in the name, but mainly invoice automation is what we do, but we also do digitize other types of documents, everything related to ERP systems. There are many types of documents critical in ERP flows. So that's what the main pillar of today will be about. We also have an ERP offering, which I already mentioned, of course. So the S/4HANA implementations, as well as the Business One customers. And a third pillar, technology and integration. We actually do multiple things there, but mainly we build apps and integrations on top of the SAP BTP platform. So we really have a big focus on SAP. We want to continue having that focus, of course, and we try to build products that enhance the SAP experience for our customers. Across all of those offerings and those 3 pillars, we actually have a dedicated digital learning and change management team. So we actually have consultants that go in there, go together with our consultants and actually help implementations at our customer side and help the solutions that we implement actually get adopted. So that's a really important part of our offering, because of course we would be nowhere without happy customers, without successful implementations. And one of the biggest parts of implementations is obviously that the solution gets adopted the right way. So we try to integrate change management into everything we do. So that's why it's across all of our focus areas. Now, to the e-invoicing side, the topic of today, we want to start off with actually explaining what an e-invoicing, what the e-invoicing topic is about, what an e-invoice is. So an e-invoice, we define it as a structured electronic invoice. Each invoice that's created and then transferred and received, obviously, by the customer in a structured electronic format. This has a couple of advantages. Because it's the structured format, obviously, it allows for more automatic or maybe fully automatic processing of that invoice. Gone are the days of scanning paper documents. I hope those days are pretty much gone already. Gone are the days of OCRing a PDF invoice. No, we want to go to a fully structured electronic format that's readable for computers, hardly readable for humans, but is very much interchangeable through specific networks. One of the things we always mention with the topic of an e-invoice, well, a PDF file that's sent or received through an email, that's not an e-invoice. That's just a digital invoice. Okay, that's already a good step, but it's not an actual e-invoice. What is an e-invoice is what you see here on the screen. Of course, this is a sample e-invoice that we show on the screen. As you can see, there is some structure to the format, but this is not something a human wants to read on a day-to-day basis, right? So this is really targeted towards machine-to-machine interactions, and it allows for a lot of automatic processing. Now, what is PEPL? There's a big difference between e-invoicing and PEPL. PEPL is really a project that has been started since 2008 that is targeted to exchange, I would say, invoices, but it goes broader than that. It's procurement documents between companies and some European governments at this point across the borders, right? So it's made to simplify global trade. It exists out of three pillars. First, it's a network, the PEPL network, across by now already 78 countries. It comes with a standard that describes what these documents, what these invoices should look like. And it's actually a framework for different parties within that network to work with each other. The key benefits to that is it's open, it's secured. You only have to connect one time, and you're connected for forever, basically. And you also have the freedom of choice how you want to connect. You can choose between service providers. Hopefully, of course, you choose Amista at this point, but there is a plethora of parties implementing services to onboard to the network. That network, that PEPL network, really has common specifications. That's the goal, again, to simplify global trade, to make it easier for companies mainly and governments to exchange documents between each others. So that's really the goal. And I would say in Europe, the main focus is on e-invoicing at this point. So those documents will be invoices, but they can also be sales orders, for example. There is room to adapt that standard towards new document types. What is the impact on businesses? Of course, we are a Belgian company mainly, so we have some statistics on what Belgium is doing. Well, as you can see, there is a long way to go, right? So the invoices received today, some of them, well, a big part of them actually still happen on paper. Most of them will be sent through email. There are some early adopters of the structured invoice format, but of course, the goal is across the globe, I would say, to end up in 100% yellow color and structured invoicing. Of course, that will take multiple years, but that's where we take part and where we try to contribute. So at this point, we have in Belgium, we have a regulation that invoicing should be mandatory as of January 2026. So that's quite near in time if you take a look at IT implementations, I would say. So we are working very heavily in Belgium on onboarding all of these companies and clients, of course, on the PEPL network. If you take a look at the Belgian ecosystem as a whole, only 25% of Belgian companies currently are registered on PEPL. So that means there is 75% to go in about half a year's time. It's going to be crazy, but we want to highlight that because the speed of these implementations of onboarding companies on the PEPL network might seem fast, but if you look at the data, there are the majority of companies actually, I would say, waiting until the deadline to actually get onboarded. And we want to warn for that, of course, because it carries some risk if you talk about implementations. Now, that's Belgium. What about Europe? This is also going to be presented in the Europe edition, of course. So it's interesting to take a look at what Europe is doing as a whole. Well, it's actually not that simple as you would expect. So that's why we really want to warn customers, for these customers that are doing business across Europe. You would expect that PEPL would be the default network to send e-invoices across in the entirety of Europe. Well, that's not really the case. If you take a look at the deep purple, not the band, I mean the color on the map, then those are the countries that have adopted, Belgium is one of them, PEPL as the default network. those are, I would say, the easy cases, because Peppol is one network. Once you're onboarded, you're good to go. But then it gets more difficult. If you looked at the striped areas, those are countries that have decided, okay, we want to allow Peppol as well as our own country-specific network, or our own variation on the Peppol standard specifically to our country. Belgium and France, they haven't been the best friends. I don't know why, but if you take a look at France, for example, that's an example of a country that has decided to go with Peppol on the one hand, but also their own country-specific network. So if you take a look at how you want to send and receive e-invoices with countries like that, well, you have to take a look individually if you comply with those standards, if the format you're sending and receiving e-invoices actually matches with the Peppol standard, and that brings complexity. So we want to warn customers for that. If you have a finance department and you have to deal with this complexity in Europe, you already have to involve your IT team, I would say, and it's typically not the core business of our customers to really deal with all those complexities individually on a country level. It can get even a little bit worse if you take a look at the, I would say, orange color, the curly waves countries. They only allow a country-specific network. What does that mean? They have created their own variation on the Peppol format. And if you want to do business, if you want to do e-invoicing with those countries, well, you're going to have to adapt to those formats. Otherwise, you can't get an e-invoice across anymore. So that's even more difficult because you cannot rely on Peppol alone anymore. And there are some countries that still have no e-invoicing regulation scheduled in green. So the only thing I want you to remember from this is that it brings complexity in the number of formats and structures you need to comply with if you take a look at Europe. If you take a look at Asia, of course, I also checked, and there are already a couple of countries, I think 13 on this slide, that have some kind of Peppol regulation, either upcoming or already ongoing. So if there are questions about which countries have which regulation, of course, we are happy to take them. It would bring us a lot further. That's not the point today for me. I just want to highlight, I would say, the timeline of e-invoicing implementations across the world. Where do we come in? Well, we help businesses on e-invoicing in two main pillars, I would say. We have the AP side, receiving invoices, accounts payable, and we have the AR side, accounts receivable, sending invoices. On both sides, we have solutions. So on the incoming side, we really have a full end-to-end solution that is AI-powered, actually ERP agnostic, but in this case, specifically for Business One as well. We automate end-to-end the accounts payable flow, and we, of course, support multiple formats, invoices that come through on paper, on email, or in the future through e-invoices. With flexible approval flow, so you can really imagine the full solution. On the outgoing side, we also have a solution that takes care of sending e-invoices to your customers, obviously, with a Peppol first strategy. So we try, if possible, to send it through the Peppol network. If it's not possible, we fall back to an email with a PDF. And the main, I would say, benefit of our solutions here is twofold. First of all, we have deep integration with Business One through also our own product called SmartLinks. And two, we take care of the complexity of implementing all those specific countries and their networks. That's a very important part for international customers like ours. So again, AP Connect One, it's really a full-blown solution. Why can we build such a solution? Because at Amista, we have been doing this for 28 years, and we really took all of our best practices in digitizing the AP flow, the purchase-to-pay flow, and built it into a SaaS solution specifically for Business One. So our customers can benefit actually from 28 years of experience and best practices. I typically say that we do it a bit like SAP does. So you can see here the entire flow. I won't go through it, but it's again tightly integrated with SAP Business One. As we get master data from SAP Business One, the master data we need to have as much automatic invoice automation as we can. And of course, we do booking proposal and payment proposals in Business One. We feed that back. Here's what the product looks like. So in the middle, you have an invoice that has come in. On the left side, you have the recognized metadata, and on the right-hand side, there are a couple of actions you can do regarding that specific invoice. So this is a really user-friendly tool. It's our own product, and it's being used at Amista internally as well. We eat our own dog food. If you take a look at the Business One side, then as well, of course, there's a return link, I would say, towards AP Connect to check the invoices themselves. On the outgoing side, as I mentioned already, this is what it looks like in terms of the process. We actually push the sales invoice to AR Connect from SAP. We do that integration with our own tool, Smart Links, that we actually use for multiple integration purposes, not only invoicing. It's a separate product, but it powers our AP and AR solutions in this case. And then in the middle, we have AR Connect, which basically translates the invoice data to the right format. We send, again, if the customer is on Peppol, we send it through the Peppol network. Otherwise, we have a fallback with email and PDF. And the major benefit is, regardless of how the e-invoice is sent, we return status updates. So in terms of Peppol, it supports multiple feedback messages. The invoice has been received, the invoice has been rejected, etc. But also in case an invoice is sent through email with PDF, we also get status updates. Because this is a standardized solution, we can be up and running in 8 weeks. Starting from the kickoff to the start of the project, we need the customer to do a little bit of homework for us to have a secure rollout. But typically, it can be implemented in 8 weeks or less, depending on how fast a customer wants to go, of course. And we have standardized that entire process. So that's a real benefit if you want to get started quickly. Why do customers prefer our solution? Well, we are flexible. We tend to go a lot further than where other solutions can go, because we have our own solutions and we can configure them the way we want. We have 28 years of experience and hopefully 28 years and more still to come. And we try to be as close to our customers as possible, both during the delivery, but afterwards. We have a help desk here that is reachable. You can talk to humans if you want, if you have problems, and we try to take care of them right away as much as we can. So that was our solution. Our motto is challenge accepted. If there are challenges that you're having or your customers that are having, of course, I would like to hear it. And I will now take your questions if there is still room for that.
Hey, Jan, I'm back. Congratulations for your presentation. Yes, you have questions. I have a comment here from my side, that e-invoicing is spreading all around the world. So in Brazil here, the past several years, we are using the e-invoicing system, but it's a central government. So it's simpler than yours. because there is one Brazilian government, billions of invoices running, and it's complex, but it's okay. But as your case is different, you have the PayPal as understood, and if I'm in Belgium, I'm invoicing something to the UK, so it's okay to use the PayPal. But if I'm invoicing to Italy, you need to send an email. How is going to be this? Is it complex to have to deal with so multiple regulations and stuff? So these are questions that came to me because of the complexity. I thought that Europe should be very simple and straight to the point, but because of the multiple countries, it's might be a nightmare to customers. And I think that Amista can help you help the customers to solve this complexity.
Yes, that's a great question. Thank you for that, Desio. And indeed, we also hoped that in Europe it would be clear cut and very simple, but unfortunately, it's not the case, and that's what we typically see with European regulation. I would say, because it's regulation, that every country has some wiggle room, some flexibility into adapting that regulation and to adopting it to the country standards. How do we, I would say, unburden our customers in terms of this indeed worldwide complexity by now? Well, we work together with I would say, one of the leading access points PEPAL providers here in Belgium. I would say their main focus is implementing all of those different countries as soon as they can. So they even have a roadmap on which countries they are implementing. And what we do with our solution is we set up the mapping of the invoice data once, and then we forward it to that partner of ours. So actually, customers of ours, they are fully unburdened of all that international complexity. We only have to set it up once. We only have to do the mapping once, and then I would say in this case, AR Connect takes care of the rest. So it's fully transparent for customers, regardless of which country they need to send an invoice to. So that's really the power of our solution. And yes, indeed, what we typically say is e-invoicing stops at the border at this point. So we are trying to warn, especially customers that are doing international business, right, that this is coming, and that it has potential business impact if it's not taken into account. Because, for example, as you mentioned, sending an invoice to Italy, it has to be in that specific Italian network format. I don't think many customers are willing to invest the time and effort needed to go ahead and implement that network themselves. That's where we come in and really unburden customers in terms of the international complexity.
Okay, and another question here is with regards the size of the companies that should use the invoicing. Okay, if I'm a medium business is okay, but I'm a very small retailer selling fruits on the street. Is it obligatory to this type of company?
Well, that depends on I would say the country regulation. If you look at Belgium, for example, it's really actually there are some exceptions, but it's mainly all companies that have a valid VAT number in Belgium. So it's from, I would say, the one-man shop going to the large corporate internationals. What we do see is that in the case of Belgium, and I assume in other countries across the world, that those one-man shops, they typically have an online accounting software, and that accounting software typically implements PEPAL for them, because they also typically do not have a lot of international business. So they really get onboarded quite transparently. And that's also not our focus area, right? Because we really focus on freeing up time for our customers, automating the invoicing process. And if you only have to do 10 invoices a month, for example, and then there's not a lot of room to automate. So we are really in there to free up time from the finance and accounting department at our customers.
Thank you, Ian. I have another question now from Christoph. Question: are digital invoices files archived in a revision-proof manner in the solutions?
Yes, we do have a digital archive that is integrated in the solution, of course, where I would say typically the invoice for files are stored. Um, we really have the philosophy that we don't want to change the invoice files themselves, but we want to collaborate on them using the workflow platform. So I showed you a screenshot. Remember where you saw an invoice on the right hand side. There are a couple of actions to be taken if you do not agree with the invoice, if you need more information, etc. That information is logged in the tool, and you can collaborate with your colleagues that way. So whatever happens after the invoice is received will be shown in the audit trail in the tool itself, not on the original invoice file, of course. That invoice file is archived in our digital archive, and it's I would say retained for what is legally required here in Belgium. That's typically 10 years. But depending on where customers are located, that can differ. But normally they are archived just using the legal retention period.
Okay, thank you, Ian. My last comment is with regards governments are starting to know everything about us. So it's like a big brother, and we need that software solution providers to provide the best solutions as Amista is providing. But government is looking at us at our very inside core.
That's a good comment actually, and to give you an idea, this PEPL regulation in Europe, it's actually part of a bigger regulation that's coming in Europe. It's called VIDA, so VIDA, and it stands for VAT in a digital age. It's not for now. We're working towards it, but in the end, the goal of Europe, of the European government, is to have real-time VAT. So because every transaction is logged on the PEPL network, of course, in the end, they will be able to know at any point in time how much VAT one company owes or is due from the government. So indeed, the government is going to be knowing a lot more than today, but that's for, I would say, 2028 and beyond. So we're a long way off there.
I think that you are in a good position. We are, as SAP partners, in a good position. We have the best solutions to provide this type of thing, and Amista has a great solution that I saw today. So, Ian, thank you so much for presenting. So,
thank you very
the
much.
questions are over. So, thank you so much. I'll go to the next presenter. Thank you, Ian, and see you in a few minutes in the other presentation. So, thank you, Amista. Thank you, Ian. Now we are going to have MTC showing to us their solution about artificial intelligence, AI, and then so my production, the intro video, please. Hello, Lee, my good friend Lee. How are you?
I'm good. Hello, Desio. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. So we have today you and I think Lynn is going to be together or in the background. And I saw your products and solutions there in Barcelona a couple months ago. Great solutions regarding AI. So if you want to start, Lee, it's if you now.
Thank you, sir. Hi, everyone. So my name's Lee, and I'm the president of Global Innovation Business from MTC. And today I have with me my colleague Ling. So she's my product manager, and she's going to join me for this presentation to you together. So Ling, if you could bring up your your desktop for screen sharing. Yes. Okay, good. So thank everyone for listening today. So our topic today is about AI agents. So Lane, if you go to the next slide, please. So the whole purpose of what we are doing today and my mission at MTC is bring our AI innovations globally to Business One. So the motion for that is I really wanted to bring AI to Business One. The reason being, so many of you may know that I actually personally have been spending many years with SAP previously. And for a while, I've been leading the Business One development team in China. But it was a pity that we weren't able to bring Business One to the SaaS architecture, right? So that's really an pity for us. But the good thing is like now it's a time of AI, right? So I think it's a fantastic timing and opportunity for us to really to bring the AI into Business One, because we all know that at this time of AI, SAP is also all in AI, right? All of the software companies is investing into AI, and for the S4 world, so SAP also has AI infused into the S4 application, into the other cloud applications, but not just for SAP Business One. So I think the opportunity is ours at the partner side from Business One to really to bring AI into the Business One. So what we actually did, it's exactly the same thing that you will see in S4, the Jewel, the co-pilot, right, for S4 application. And what we did is bring an AI co-pilot into Business One. And actually, it's no more than just a co-pilot. What we are doing is actually bring an agentic layer into Business One. So just to be honest with you, our ambition is at the end of the day, we're going to kind of like a reform SAP Business One with this agentic layer that we are building into that, so that we can really transform the business process in Business One to automate the business processes. And of course, naturally with the Gen AI technology, we're going to enhance the analytic capabilities to bring natural language query capabilities into Business One. And so the end user experience will be just completely different as the way we are using any AI assistance nowadays. So without further ado, I just wanted to start my presentation today with a fresh live demo. So Link, could we go to the live demo, please? So I'm going to show you three different things in this demo. One is about business process automation with AI. And the second is I'm going to show you how we enhance the analytic capabilities with natural language query with our AI agents. And the third, we're going to show you the AI workflow platform, how we actually build up such AI agents. So what I'm going to start is I talk about the AI agents, right? So in the future, Business One will be constructed of different AI agents, like sales agents, like purchasing agents, like inventory agents, and different agents will be responsible for different type of the work to be able to help the Business One users to organize their work and to realize the business process automations. Yeah, thanks, Lin. Like you said, like you see here, in the future, there's going to be different AI agents. Now I'm going to start with the business process automation part. Let's start from the sales side. Now imagine I'm right now a customer, right? And I'm a customer of my company, and I just want to send a purchase order to the sales employee of my Business One user. So now I just send a purchase order to a sales employee. So what do we usually do as a sales employee? What I need to do in Business One is I need to take this purchase order from my customer, right? And then I need to manually enter all of the information from this purchase order into my Business One. So that's the current experience. But let's look at how the experience look like with our AI agents. So you will find after sending this email, my Business One agent is automatically listening to my mailbox, and it is sending me a notification, the sales agent, telling me that I actually have an incoming new sales order. So if you look at the notification here, it's actually extracting every information from that PDF purchase order document and map that into the master data from Business One and create a sales order draft for me automatically. I can click View Details. This is embedded into Business One. If I click View Details, then I will just go to the sales order draft transaction in Business One. So let's try create order link. I can simply create the order in the Business One system. All of the information has been extracted for me and mapped for me and validated for me. So as a sales employee, I can simply create the draft. It is not yet an order yet because everyone it is created by AI actually need to be validated by our human people, right? So, and now what Link is going to show you, I'm now logging as a sales manager because I just created a sales order draft, but this order needs to be approved by my sales order my sales manager. So now as I log in as sales manager, I can find an approval workflow which is in my inbox. I can click View Details to view the details of this purchase order, this sales order draft, and then I can approve or reject. So Link, let's just approve the order. And we see this sales order draft is approved. If I now go back to my sales representative account, yes, and I will find this order has been approved. So everything is automated, right? And I can view details of this approved draft and then save order. Then a sales order itself is then created in the Business One application. You will see that I'm going to get a notification from the system. Yes, this 818, this sales order is created. So did you see that everything has been automated for me? So now I have this for the sales order. I actually have 3 line items, right? So this is the open order for me, and I have a delivery date, which is today, which is also the due date here. So what next? You will see what happens next in the business process is I need to create picking, right? So as an inventory colleagues, I actually also need to, as a sales employee, I actually need to monitor all my open orders in my Business One system. And depending on the delivery date of the open orders, I need to create the pick list manually to have the list in order to be delivered as outbound delivery. But what you see here, with an incoming sales order, my inventory agent is also actually suggesting a pick list for me. What it's doing, it is automatically looking to monitoring the open orders in my Business One application. And then depending on the delivery date of the order, it's generating pick list recommendation for me. So what I can do is I can simply view details and I can confirm the numbers that is in the pick list. It's what I'm requiring my sales order, right? And everything is confirmed. Then what happens next? This pick list is going to my warehouse employee. So if I now go to login as a warehouse employee, oh, I got a notification from an inventory agent telling me there is a pick list created. And what I need to do is I no longer manually create the pick list in the application myself, and I can just go to the notification and go to the warehouse and pick the goods. And so Link, I've already picked the pick goods. Let's just confirm the quantities has all been picked. Okay, so then if you just refresh this pick list, and you will find all of the quantity has been picked accordingly. That sounds good. So the goods is ready to be delivered. Then just create an outbound delivery. So no manual interaction between anymore, right? So no manual entries. Everything will be automated by our AI agents at the back end. So this is about the picking list. So what about the purchasing side? So for some of the goods in the sales order, I may not have existing inventory, and a purchase order perhaps needs to be created depending on this new requirement or new demand. So if I now log in as my purchasing manager, and I will find that my purchasing agent is pushing me a notification. What it's doing, it is also suggesting a purchase order draft for me. So because of this, the other item in the sales order that I just created, there is an item that I need to procure, and the system is also automatically suggesting this purchase order draft for me. I can review the recommendation and create the purchase order draft. So this is again how this agent is automating the process. It is monitoring the transaction in the system for me, and what I can also do, you can also be able to recommend the suppliers depending on the supplier's master data or the supplier's past performance. So this is about the process automation part. Let me show you another thing. It's about the query experience. So Ling, if we just go to and query an agent. So go to any agent, and I just wanted to ask some questions to my business one agent. Yeah, let's ask what would be the top sales revenue for the material groups. So what would be, which material group sales has been ranked the most in the past 3 months? Or we can also find that the agent is automatically analyzing the data in the system, right? So it's investigating automatically, drawing the data from the business one database, and it's searching the material groups that has the most revenue. It's giving me a detailed analysis, and it's also showing me a visual graphic view of the material groups with the most sales revenue. That sounds good. So I no longer need to do such reports manually in business one. Let's try another thing. So I want to under the sales orders in the past 3 months, which has already been shipped but hasn't been invoiced yet. So this is a question. So we need to order the invoice the orders properly. And as you can find here, the system can also, the AI agents can also list all of the transactions, sales order transaction documents in my application, which has an uninvoiced but a delivered status. So this is going to be the query experience in business one in the future, right? No longer need to manually create the reports and the views, but with the large language model, you can just query whatever you will be interested with this AI agent. What we actually also did is we actually also inverted all of the business one knowledge, product knowledge into this agent. So if you can find we also have a knowledge bot. You can also ask some questions regarding to the business one product itself with this if you go to the knowledge bot agent. So here you can also ask the business one related questions with this AI agents. And it's not just about the business one product knowledge, right? So this is actually a knowledge management bot that you can input any of your enterprise knowledge, and you can do very quick search and query with this knowledge bot. So it's interesting. So let's go to a last part that I wanted to show you with this demo. So everything you have seen right now, how was that developed? So along with these AI agents, what we also provide, it's such an AI agent development platform. So not only in MTC, we ourselves can build up such AI agents for you. We are also opening up this platform to all our partners so that you can customize your AI agents on this platform and even build your own AI agents with this low-code platform. So what we are showing you right now is the agent, is the workflow that we defined for the scenario that I just showed you. When you have an incoming email, how it's extracting the information from the incoming email and to take follow-on actions. So as you can find here, I actually have a timer as a starting point, and it is monitoring my inbox, and it's analyzing the content from the emails in my inbox, right? It's detecting the intent, recognizing the intent. Is the email about a purchase order? Is it about a supply invoice? Is it about a goods receipt, right? And then on the different metadata, you can define different fields to create if it's a purchase order that needs to be created as a sales order in the system, right? But you can define different fields that you actually need to extract in order for a sales order to be created in the system. So there are some mandatory metadata that you can define here and customize here in this process. And with this analysis, it's going to be extracting the information automatically and validate the information automatically from the extracted PDF attachment. And here, look at the MCP. So this is another tool which we also integrated. If you have heard about the model context protocol, right? That's the latest protocol from Anthropic. which is most widely used in the AI workflow development. So here we actually configured in B1 SO creation. This service, this MCP service, is actually calling up the B1 sales order draft creation API to complete the task of the sales order creation. So what we also did is encapsulated the related business one APIs as MCP services, so you can just call directly in this workflow development tool. So that's what a live demo what we wanted to show you about the application itself and about the agents and what the agents can do and what this platform can do. Thank you very much, Ling. Very nice job. And I'm good to see that this demo works very well, the live demo. It's not easy, right? So for a live demo, if everything runs flawlessly, that's good news and good start. Okay, thank you, Ling. So if we go to the next slides. Yes, so that's what we actually, the solution that we wanted to talk to you today about the AI agents for Business One. So what these agents are doing, they will be liking the digital workers for our small businesses in the future. What it's doing is kind of like automating the business processes in Business One and then replacing some of the manual work of our human users right now, right? Like manually entering the information into the system, that something can be replaced and that something can be automated by our digital workers. And you're going to see different digital workers in Business One. It's pre-configured and pre-shipped in our AI agents framework. As I said, there's going to be sales agent, there's going to be purchasing agent, finance, inventory, production. And what's more, besides these agents, we also have a co-pilot for Business One, the AI assistant at the front-end user interface that you can interact with the AI agents and with the application. And of course, I've also shown you this AI agent build platform. So it's not just about the agent itself, but you can also customize the agents and build your own agents with our AI agent build platform. But of course, what does this platform differentiate with other AI platforms? The content, the AI services that we're building between. So first of all, we encapsulated all the related Business One APIs into this platform. So you can just call up these APIs through the MCP or services, right? And the second, we also encapsulated lots of like AI services, like the document extraction, to read the PDF documents, to read Excels, and to create to map that into the master data in Business One and create the related transaction data. So such kind of like AI services is also embedded into our platform. And of course, we also have a knowledge management board, which we have just shown you. This is also something in addition that we put inside. But also bear in mind, besides this function and features, there is something very important when we are delivering an AI application or AI product for enterprises. That is about security and compliance. So that's the first and the foremost thing when we are developing this application. And that is also where we spend lots of effort. The things regarding authorization control and things regarding single sign-on, etc., and things regarding data and privacy protection. So that's actually the number one priority, along with the functional features when we are designing or delivering this product. And of course, the reliability and accuracy. So for AI, it's very important that you need to make sure the answer provided by AI is accurate and reliable. So this is also where we spend a lot of effort to ensure the solution really actually can be used and adopted by enterprises with the highest accuracy achievable. And the last but not least, it's really about the cost. So need to make sure the TCO of the product is adoptable by the enterprises, by our Business One customers. So here I want to go to, no, I wouldn't go into detail. This is about the concrete list capabilities of the process automations. And the link, if we go to the next slide, please. So that's about the platform, right? So the beauty is not just about the AI agent itself. It is actually really about this platform, because what we delivered in the product is just like best practice references for you. The actually the more potential is with platform when our partners build more content of themselves, build more of AI agents, or customize more AI agents for the customers. It's not just all built on top of Business One, but also built on top of the add-ons from our partners to the delivered for the customers. I think that's where more potentials lie in. And next slide, please. Yeah, so to the value what we are delivering with the whole solution is, as we just mentioned, we really want to empower the workforce with the digital workers with such AI agents. And ultimately what we achieve here is to have digital workers to automate the task and replace the manual activities and to increase efficiency and lower down manual cost, human cost. That's the most obvious benefits that we can bring to our customers. And of course, we are unleash the value from the data with really completely different experience with analytical capabilities, with natural language query capabilities that's completely kind of replace the reporting and the dashboard experience in Business One. And more important, when we have these digital workers in place, these AI agents in place, and these AI agents can also collaborate with our human workers, right? In the chatbot list, we can find the different AI agents there, and we can also interact with our human colleagues with the same chatbot. So we are creating a one holistic experience for the digital workers and for human workers. And at the end of the day, we just wanted to enhance the overall business efficiency and how we operate our enterprise in the future, supported or aided by AI. Next slide, please, Lynn. Yeah, so why we are talking about this solution at this LinkedWorld Day, and it's very obvious. I think, as I just mentioned in the beginning, so when we have more AI capabilities built into Business One, I think the most important thing is that we strengthen the competitive advantage of Business One when we are facing the competitors like NetSuite, like Microsoft Dynamics, right? Because they all have AI capabilities. And now with this building AI agent or AI co-pilot, Business One also has built-in AI capabilities. And our partners can even enhance our existing agents or build all your own agents for the customers. So the revenue potential is not only through upsell the product, the whole solution to your install-based customers, you can also bundle this AI application and to sell to new names to increase deal size. And in addition, we can get additional implementation revenue or customer development revenue from the realization of these AI agents. And what's more important is really also about the synergy within the LinkedWorld, right? So here, I think really thanks to Wolfgang's hard work and thanks to all of our members within the LinkedWorld, there is also a lot of collaboration within the LinkedWorld for as a process as we kind of like promote this product to the market. So this product is developed by MTC, but it's going to be hosted on CloudX infrastructure, which is available in Europe, in Asia, and also in America, in all of the major continents. And it's also going to be promoted together with SAP. So we are building a Business One Cloud Suite together with SAP, which is bundled with some of the business technology platform BTP capabilities and with MTC AI agents and our platform, so that we create a cloud suite that can be promoted together with SAP. And of course, we will be open for joint solution offering and partnership with our LinkedWorld members so that we can really achieve more regional coverage. And that is what we are starting to do with Versino and with Ramo. And that is also why we wanted to talk to you here today. And next slide, please. So that's what we actually wanted to show you today. And if you have any questions or if you will be interested in the solution, just contact us or contact me personally with the email address or reach me to my WhatsApp. So that's what we wanted to present. That's it. Back to you.
Thank you, Lee. Stay here. I have comments and questions right now.
Sure.
My personal comment here. I'm amazed what you have done.
Thank you so much.
So much thing that you've done, and my opinion with regards ERP systems, that is we have very complex systems and solutions that even on SAP Business One, on S4HANA, they are complex solutions, and the users need to train to get something to. And then with this agents with the AI thing, you can do a conversational mode to, as you showed in your presentation with Lynn, you can write like on WhatsApp a message thing to the system, to the ERP, and then you get the answers. Of course, there are several steps that maybe someday your agent should overcome all the systems so that you can talk to conversational mode. So that's my opinion, and it's a great product, especially in business one, that we lack this functionality, we lack AI in this way. So congratulations, I'm amazed at what you have done. Questions here from our colleagues from Asia. There are several languages in Asia, not only the Chinese and English. How can we do does it work in different languages? I don't
Yeah,
know
of
if
course.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, and that is thanks to the capability of a large language model itself. So language will no longer be an issue for any of the localizations that we need to do. The only thing that you don't need to localize by yourself is the language. Yeah, so no problem at all with different languages. Mm-hmm.
If I speak Thai, if I speak whatever the other languages,
Yeah,
it's okay.
You can interact with the AI assistant with any language. And you can also specify in which language you want the AI agent to answer you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a second question here. I know that it was in your presentation, but should be nice to clarify from our colleagues from Asia here too. If I want to customize a specific question or whatever way to ask, I want to ask what's the revenue for this type of product for these specific months, and it's not in your predefined agents. May I create these questions?
Yes, as long as actually with the in the example I just to show you, so actually there are some views which we defined at the back end, right? So that's what we're talking about, the extension part and the partner extension part. So it's not something that has been pre-delivered by MTC, but our partners can enhance or extend the capabilities. So you can build your own business web views at the back end, and to have the AI to be automatically doing the text to CQ capabilities, so that the customers can ask any questions of the interest through the AI agent. Yes, but the answer, to put it simple, the answer is yes. Mm-hmm.
Great. And another question, one of the slides that was you have the LLMs agents, or you have their DeepSeek, you have OpenAI. So who chooses? It's you that you choose these models, or who? Because I think it's a very open model. Who is going to choose these engines? I can say.
The partners and the customers. So we can be integrated to any large language model. Like we have already been integrated with DeepSeek, with Anthropic, Cloud, with ChatGPT. But the customers can choose whatever large language model they would like to use. So it's not specified that you can only use a certain large language model, but it's really it can be really up to the customer's choice. And we have a so-called model as a service platform, so that you can plug in any large language model. So no dependency to the large language model at all. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's like a framework. You have a framework that you connect to anything you want. And this is the last question is from me. With regard to costs, how do you charge per because I remember from Joule from SAP on the big products, it's per transaction. I don't know, how do you charge per user, per month, or per transaction, or per question? How does it make the cost size?
Yeah, so the pricing model are still to be I mean the exact pricing are still to be defined, right? Our current which work in process pricing model is going to be something around $3,000 per annual for up to 10 business one users. But of course, if you exceed a certain amount of the token usage, or if you have more than 10 business one users, then we will charge additional amount per user per month. That's some kind of dropped pricing, but the pricing itself can actually be customized by the partner in your local region, right? So the price itself, like in Brazil, might be something different when I'm selling that in China. But we take a kind of a revenue share model with the LinkedWorld partners. So yeah, you can use our platform and to develop your own add-ons, and you can also sell the AI agents that we delivered. and to the pricing. So we are kind of like, I'm open for partnership with different partners, right? So for different partners, you can define maybe different pricing in your region. So that's very really open for discussion.
Lee, thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you, Lynn, in the background here. So great solution. Great to see you again. So I'll move to the next presentation. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Desio. See you later.
See you. Now we have, it's another me to present Versino with Christoph right now. And we have a quick intro video for this next presentation. Please, production. Hello, Christoph. Good morning to you. Nice to see you again. So it's if you want to start giving your presentation of the solutions, please.
So you see my screen?
Not yet. Yes, it's sharing right now. I'm just closing my screen now, my video now. Okay.
Okay. So good morning or good day or whatever it is in your time, and thank you for having me. Yeah, a little bit difficult after a presentation like it was done from Lee, with such a topic, and I'm coming up now with a more different thing because it's all about financials. Let me tell you a little bit about the history of this solution. We started, now it's nearly 8 years ago, together with another software solution company in Germany, integration. And this software solution is called DATEV and is the per se standard software solution for text advisors in Germany. Every text advisor uses DATEV, and on the other side, nearly every SME company has a strong relationship with their text advisors, of course, of the somehow complicated text laws in Germany. So this was the beginning of an intensive dialogue with the financial departments and of all our customers, more or less. And since the last 8 years, more and more input was coming in. Please, could you maybe make this additional functionality, or could you solve this problem, and so on. And this was all then leading us to make up a solution called the Financial Suite. The Financial Suite is a tool to make a financial stuff and the financial bookkeeping happy, as not only in Germany, business one sometimes is a little bit, let's say, too integrated to meet the expectations and the workflow of these guys. So we did a lot of extra things, in interfaces and so on, that I like to show you now. Starting with a complete different way to present the incoming in this input. This is a launch pad that is starting with the solution that is customizable by every user. Means this is dedicated to address all the processes that in the daily work is needed for a bookkeeper or a controller or something like this. without going always through all the menu points and find this in very different areas. Again, this is to be customized by every user if he wants to. And at the same time, information is coming back on these tiles. Means this is a type-based solution. This is a starting page for entry the solution, and you can sort this in own categories like you ever want to. So, and the idea was to work like this, as we saw this at our customers, especially in these departments. They work normally with 2 or 3 monitors, and this our framework is completely able to be isolated on another monitor. So this launchpad and every following extra interface could be separated on another monitor, and you will then steer on the other monitor the Business One functionality in parallel. So you can work on different levels in parallel. One or the most important part is the cockpit. The cockpit is a solution that was found of the demand of the users, that they don't want to do always a new query for questions they have on their bookings. Because normally in Business One, up to that point, it is like this. You have any questions to any bookings, you have to go then to a report, make the filtering, or do a query, get the result, find out, this was not the right one, and then you have to do this end once. What you here see are dynamic filters. Means with every change you do here, automatically and immediately all the numbers and all the bookings are changing with the filtering. So you don't have to leave this surface. You can work on this surface as you saw before. If you then work from this surface with the integration, with the quite in common orange arrow, you can open, for instance, objects in Business One in parallel to work in parallel on this. And in the same way, but you can steer other processes out of this cockpit. It is then if you want to sort it in different areas, you can sort it for accounts, for customers, for vendors, and always have then the possibility to filter this dynamically with the filter you see here, and get insights directly here shown on the screen directly in the cockpit. So what we have available too is the complete drill down functionality of in all bookings, in all rows, to all details, and we have the possibility in the cockpit directly to jump to new actions or windows or objects via a button navigate to, as we know it from Business One. If you're working with several coworkers, every booking that is done by automatic booking, let's say by an invoice that is booked or incoming goods or something like this from any client in the company is automatically refreshed here in the cockpit. Means this is always the 100% actual data you are working with. You don't have to refresh it by yourself or make new queries or something like this. This is always 100% this what is given to the database at the moment you type in here data or a question or whatever. In addition, we have implemented mass update functionalities. For instance, if you have a new coworker and you want to assign all customers of the old coworker to the new coworker, you can do it with one step. Or you want to change payment terms of all customers or business partners, or a selection of customer or business partners, you can do it with one step out of this cockpit. What we are at the moment working on is to do it not only in one database, but in N databases of a group in parallel. So, and what we can do too is to add multiple part documents, means by a kind of mass creation of documents based on filtered entries here, to have them to be, for instance, worked on by other colleagues and so on. And what we have implemented, by the way, is a new kind of Excel export, quite in common to financial departments that they want to have the Excel functionality. It's like this, that you can mark with the mouse, for instance, any area here in the cockpit and say export this, only this, without any other data. And you get then the scene and the background data directly to your Excel. You can do this the same way by drag and drop. In addition, and this is way too far to show it in such a presentation, we have some more functionality over the years now implemented. For instance, there is a functionality to do a quick entry for invoices. Means, let's say you have a coworker that is quite new or not so experienced, but you want him or her to do the registration of invoices. This is a system that is finding patterns of incoming invoices and coming up with suggestions how to book them. We have a functionality for automatic accruals. We have a functionality for a posting text generator. This then really goes in the very special area. In Business One, for instance, it's you don't have the possibility to edit this by your own, and sometimes the posting texts that are then in an export file for any other software, for any controlling software, whatever, makes no sense at all, or nobody can read them. For this, we have here our own configurator where you can configure all this data by yourself. For instance, in Germany or in Europe, we have often LucaNet for using it for consolidation or something like this. This software or these co-workers that even don't have a Business One client or user can then easily read what it is all about. We have a netting functionality implemented. This is for customers that at the same time are vendors that so means they get invoices and they sending invoices to us and we are making then out a balance. This is quite common in bigger groups. We have several additional reports to the reporting of Business One, made out of the necessity that the reporting is sometimes a little bit not detailed, and there's awaited more details or other details in the reports. And for this, we have additional reports and reports that are not in common in Business One. For instance, payment advices that are again in bigger groups or in a relationship with the bigger groups awaited. And these last things here, these are quite very German. Last but not least, if you have in the international market German customers or customers with German subsidiaries, they're coming back to the beginning. We have one of the biggest integrations for these subsidiaries to their text advisors via Datev. There is a SAP standard in Germany for this, but this is not bidirectional. Our integration is bidirectional and much more detailed after the needs of the German companies. But this is a very German theme. Okay, so far so good. I hope it was informating in this short matter of time.
Christoph, may I return to here? It was your last slide?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So I have questions. So first, congratulations to you, Christoph. Congratulations to Versino, Werner, about this great solution, because it's all about SAP Business One. It's all about financial control. It's all about financial knowledge and managerial things that we need to help. I really love this thing that you can have in a different screen, a complete dashboard. So my first question is, this dashboard, if I want to include or exclude any of the tiles, this is a fixed thing, or can I change or create something regards that?
You can change it down to one tile in your own categories. So, or up to whatever you want.
Okay, great. And the second question is, who should be the users, main users for this? The CFO, the CEO, the CWAT? Who should receive this type of great financial suite?
The most users for the beginning, or the users that fall in love immediately with this solution, are really the bookkeepers, because this is speeding up their process really in big steps. But later on, out of their work more and more, and as then it becomes to the knowledge to the controllers that they can do quite different selections and can do them dynamically without losing always the context. These are the two parts we are addressing, and these are the two parts that we're working with it.
Okay, and a question from our colleagues from Asia. if I want to use this in my country here in Asia, the region of Asia, may I use it? Should be in German, in English, or in Chinese, and what?
At the
How
moment,
does it
at the
work?
moment in English, we are working on a Spanish version at the moment with
Okay.
a Spanish partner, and this would be then the same for other countries, as we have an open translation solution in the background implemented, where every partner could, at the end of the day, make his very own translation. But we are aware of that we always need help from partners out of the countries, because the meaning of the words are not always the same, you know.
Yeah, but the meaning of LinkedWorld is collaboration.
Yeah,
So if somebody
yeah.
from Asia, China, or whatever, Philippines, and other countries wants to use, and it's a collaboration mode, and it's a great solution from you guys from Versino. Christoph, thank you so much. And then I'll go to the closing the event. So if you want to close your camera and mic, I continue with this. Thank you, Christoph. So thank you so much, guys. I'm now in the last few minutes of this event. We had for this Asia Pacific LinkedWorld Solution Day, this festival of solutions of our great and partners. We started with Amista, with the e-invoice solution with Jan. Great thing, very complex thing that Amista is helping to solve this complexity in a more simple way for the e-invoice in Europe. That's great. Then we got Lee and Lynn from MTC that they showed a very interesting and amazing AI solution, agents, and so on. Very in the future is the present right now with the AI, and MTC showed this. And the last with Versino, Christoph, he showed the financial business suite. That's very important to our users, like the CFOs, the bookkeepers, and other guys. So I don't know, Wolfgang, if you still here. I know that you are in Italy, maybe with a poor connection. If you are here, good. If you are not, it's okay too. You have made already your opening. Wolfgang is our CEO of LinkedWorld. He made our opening here, and so that's it, guys. So it was a 1 hour and 33 minutes of event. Our LinkedWorld Solution Day, Asia Pacific region, with our great three partners, beautiful solutions, and I'd appreciate if you can get the contacts to them to learn more. This presentation is going to be on our YouTube channel. And then we have Wolfgang with our good friends from VAR1. Hello, guys.
Hello. Thank you. Bye from Italy.
Hello.
Hello.
Very good.
Everyone.
Very good.
All
Hello,
right.
guys.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. You can always, like as you said, reach out to us. You know, the videos are on YouTube. Find us on LinkedIn. You know, if you're missing a contact, find me, find Manu, and whoever you are. You know, if you're a client and you're looking for a solution, it's the right one. If you're a partner, you want to present your solution, this is your chance. If you are a VAR and you want to learn about solutions, you know, we have this event probably next time in another 2 months with other great solutions, and looking forward to seeing all of you again.
So thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Wolfgang. Thank you to our colleagues from VAR1 in Italy, beautiful Italy that you are right now, and to our great colleagues from Asia Pacific region from LinkedWorld. So thank you so much. I don't know how to speak Chinese or the language, but I'm saying in English, goodbye. Thank you so much, guys. See you in the next edition in Europe, for Europe in the next 5 hours. Okay. See you guys. Thank you.
See you. Thank you.